Consumer Price Index increased by a seasonally adjusted 0.2% in July.
Ukrainian President Zelensky reported that Ukrainian troops are advancing further into Russia as the largest cross-border operation entered its second week.
The Ukrainian army entered Russia's Kursk region on August 6th.
A surge in whooping cough infections continues to spread nationwide, according to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
At least 259 pertussis cases were reported during the first week of August.
Governor Tim Walz has agreed to participate in a vice presidential debate hosted by CBS News on October 1st in New York City.
Former President Donald Trump's campaign has not yet confirmed the date, leaving GOP Senator J.D. Vance's participation uncertain.
This is News in 60 with Alan Edwards.
Today.
U.S. consumer prices rose as expected in July, with
whatever it is,
year-to-year
it's not right on
inflation
the
growing at
teleprompter.
its...
I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video. Okay.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Damn good coffee and hot.
My dog is your mind's best friend. My dog is your mind's best friend.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
I'm being quiet on purpose, but now I'm not. But I was until just this moment or a moment ago. But not really a moment, more like a few seconds. I'm being quiet again, but now I'm not. Good morning. Or not. Maybe it's a bad morning. Ever think of that? Ever wake up and say, it's a bad morning? You want comedy? We got stand-up comedy. No, we don't. We got sit-down. No, we got no. We have two comedians today. I don't know. I'm in a bad mood. It's August. It's Friday. I should be in a good mood, right? Because now I'm one of these. Everybody's working for the weekend. It's Friday, August 16th, 2024. And I have two comedians scheduled today. Now, if you looked at the thumbnail and saw a dude playing the piano, that's not Matt Black. Got the wrong Matt Black. Because this Matt Black has no presence on the internet except a TikTok page where he's working his construction job. And then we have Rocky Mateen, Rocky, Rahkie, Mateen, who has no internet presence. She has an Instagram page that is private. If you're a public entertainer, you can't be private online. You got to be open to the public. How are you going to get fans? How are you going to get followers? How are you going to have a freaking career? This is my Friday. Well, we've had one comedian on this week. If you don't count the three guys who make believe they're comedians. They're not really comedians, by the way. They're actors playing comedians. I don't know if you know that. I hired them as actors. I basically went down to Greenwich Village. There was a actor studio thing going on. And I said, anybody here willing to work for nothing, maybe bagels occasionally? And these three guys raised their hands. I said, fine. So if we don't count them, we've had one comedian on this week, Trent Babb. Trent was really good. That was Monday, but he was late. So if you tuned in like regular time, you probably didn't catch him at all. And now if Friday comes and we have two comedians who don't really seem to be comedians at all. They're not even actors playing comedians. They're just construction workers and somebody with one TikTok. I feel like going home. Fuck, I'm home already. How'd that happen? Now what do I do? Anyway, so then we end up talking politics, and Mike Schiavola wants to put on his lingerie and go fight Steven. Which we're surprised to see Steven is in the green room today because he wasn't supposed to be here. He was supposed to be, I don't know, shopping for lingerie or something. So I'm in a bad mood. But you know what? You can bet on how long it's going to take me to get out of a bad mood. You can go to betanysports.eu, betanysports.eu/dogtv. And you can bet on things like football, baseball, basketball, pole vaulting with a big cock. You can bet on the election. You can bet on Harris versus Trump or Trump versus Harris, however you want to phrase that. I don't know what the odds are because I have not signed up, but you should sign up. You should go to the bank today or cash out all your Bitcoin and start betting big at betanysports.com/EU. And this is, we're looking at it right now if you're on one of the visual streams. Anyway, we're about to move on. Our other sponsor is Daily High Club, and boy, do I need to get high daily, or at least today. Tomorrow, over in Mastic Beach, I will be getting high and being inducted into the Papoosatuk. Be a great ceremony. Free food, free drink, free smoke, games, raffles, entertainment, all that kind of stuff. You want to go. You want to go, but you're too far away. It's only for people on Long Island, unless you have a helicopter or a jet. But in the meantime, you get all the water pipes. And if you need to smoke the peace pipe, you need to have a peace pipe to smoke with. And Daily High Club can help with that. So check them out.
With humble East Coast beginnings in 2015, Daily High Club is the premier destination for glass water pipes, vaporizers, and consumption accessories. If you're looking to elevate your smoking game to the next level, you're in the right place. With over 1 million top-quality smoking products sold, and with a growing base of over 10,000 monthly subscribers worldwide, we deliver the ultimate smoking experience. But Daily High Club is not just a retailer, we're lovers of the smoking scene ourselves, working with giants like Tommy Chong, Snoop Dogg, Chanel West Coast, and more. Ready to join the Daily High Club? Let our experts curate your collection with our awesome El Primo monthly subscription box, or grab one of our fun and unique pieces from our smoke shop. Click the link in the description below this video to get this party started now.
Get this party started now. Now, where is the layout? We got Footman up on top. This is close to being right. It was, you know what? It was better right before somebody messed it up. Anyway, today we have Footman Ron Kane up in the left-hand corner of your screen. We have Stephen, the school trip canceled comedian up on your right-hand corner of the screen, and my best friend of 37 years, Mr. P.T. Barnum, on bottom right corner. P.T.
That was a cool name.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Was it your turn to chop the wheels of your co-host and now you cannot find them? Install the Crip Chip Tracker on their wheelchair and never lose your co-host again. Crip Chip Tracker, only at MindDogTV.com. Enjoy the suffering.
Now, they canceled the school trip because they found out he's a pedophile.
They're just finding out.
That is not true. I am a zoophile, and they are afraid that I was going to make love to the monkeys again. Second, there's thunderstorms, and that's why it got rained out. So,
well, it's too late. I already wrote that, so I wasn't going to erase it.
I know it's okay. It's okay.
Now, GD has gone black again. I like you better black. You're much better to look at black. I can't take the red. The red was, I don't know, it made me feel like I should have sunburn or something. Something should, you put a little cream on that. Well, would you like me to put a little cream on you?
No, but I figured out how to do the green screen and stay close to this color.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It only took you 37 years.
No, it took an accident.
Oh.
I moved my lights because I had lights here, but they were like, anyway, I got rid of them. I didn't get rid of them. I moved them down the basement because I need them tonight. And I forgot to bring them back upstairs this morning. And I said, fuck it. I pulled a bill of rights.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
That's what you said?
And then when I turned it on, I went, fuck. I can't believe this. The whole time it wasn't a lack. It was like the light. It was like, get rid of the light. And so I sat here in the dark and I went, there's no red.
So basically God spoke to you and said, let there be no light.
Kind of. Yeah.
Well, kind of. It was actually the opposite of that because it was Steve saying you need light.
Yes.
And that's what led to the lights moving.
Yes. Steve said I need light. And so I moved the lights from upstairs to downstairs. And,
all right.
And when I did that, and I said, and I didn't want to do it. I said to Steve, I need them in the morning. I said, oh, fuck it. I'll fix it tomorrow. And I didn't.
Okay.
And then I talked to Ray Charles while he went and got lights. And then it was a good time.
The sound you're hearing is my prostate relieving itself.
What the fuck?
Well, we're all relieved at this event. So next time I use the green screen, I will be not so red, mostly brown.
Live tonight on plausible.com.
Yes.
Now, how plausible is this?
I will be live unless there's some kind of catastrophic event like not showing up.
Are you alone, or is it just you, nobody else? It's just GD doing his thing.
Well, I'm not alone. I mean, there'll be people in the room with me, but yeah.
No, I mean on the show bill.
Yeah.
You are not just the headliner. You're the only liner. You're the headliner, the footliner, the ass liner,
the tub liner.
All right.
Are you doing a Halloween themed show?
Yes, I am. Who told you?
Well, because of the lighting. That's the only reason you'd use lighting like that, like you currently have, is if I'm doing
the lighting's in the basement for the show. This is what he looks like now because the lights are gone.
Right.
Yeah. I like it better this way. I feel like there's a good chance you might mug those two guys upstairs.
Oh my god!
I feel like.
Don't say that. I need my wallet.
All right. Well, your wallet's empty anyway. We know that.
All right.
I'm just using the light from the window, but the window's not all the way open. The shade is only open like 4.5 inches.
That's nice. And you measured that 4.5 inches because you just happened to have something that was 4.5 inches in length.
Oh my God! Speaking of that, that's true. I saw it last night on cam. But two, I also saw that he plays guitar. I have proof
because he had one.
No, he played it. My wife and I saw it. I have an eyewitness.
Which kind? Were you on ketamine at the time?
I mean, I was pretty stoned, but my wife wasn't.
All right. How long are you doing this thing? This basic Zoom call tonight. How long are you doing this?
It's not a Zoom call. It's not even close
It's
to a
way
Zoom
better
call.
than Zoom. It's it's actually
really
really nice.
Like a Zoom call.
No, it's not even like a Zoom call.
It's exactly like a Zoom call.
No, it's not exactly. It's nothing like a Zoom call.
I have the representatives from Zoom on the line right now. They're calling. See Zoom, they're calling, and they are saying, "Tell them yes, we are powering the whole thing." How long? Don't avoid the question or evade the question.
It's an hour.
An hour. And are people paying at the door?
Well, not at the door, but to at the whatever
How
that
much?
thing is.
How much?
I'm charging $5.
Right. And how much of that do you get?
60%, I believe.
Wow. And how's this model working out for you?
I don't know. This is the very first time. That's why I made it into. That's why I told him I would do 3 shows.
Okay. 3? You've committed to. You signed a 3-show contract.
I'm doing 1 show tonight. I'm doing 1 show tonight twice, and then I'm doing 1 show probably September, October. That's going to depend on the Reverend show, because I don't want to overtax. The Reverend was supposed to do a show in September. We haven't confirmed the date. And
so basically, you're just like a whore. You'll just do anything.
No, that's not quite right.
It is quite right.
He's a cam.
I'll give you $20. I'll give you $20 to blow me right now. Come on.
No, he's a cam girl. You'll have to give him $20 to blow like himself.
Wait a minute. How's that, Matt?
You know what? You fucked up. You trusted me. I don't have $20.
That's okay. I wasn't really blowing. I was sucking. So there.
All right. You win. You win again. Oh, look, Carl. Did you guys buy your tickets to go fuck up Carl? We're supposed to go over to Manchester and fuck up Carl. He's saying stay black. We'll both guys show today.
I was going to, but they got fucking monkeypox over there now. I don't want to go over
there.
I hope
not. No, Carl might be interested in this. The second guest, this Matt Black guy, is from Scotland, but he's kind of like a Jamie Dykes lookalike, but he's a construction worker, which means he's much more manly than Jamie.
So he could be in the Village People then.
Do they have? Yeah, I guess they have Village People in Scotland. I don't know, but he might be hard to understand. He might sound like Craig Ferguson or something if he shows up. But we're already 17 minutes in, and our first guest, Rocky, what's her last name? Do you remember? Mateen. She's not showing up, and I'm not surprised. Why did I even say yes?
I didn't even get a response email from her when I emailed Leah last night. So,
all right. I don't know why I say yes. I'm going to start saying no. You believe me?
No.
I don't believe me either. But I got to start saying no. I really do.
You should.
Right. Speaking of no.
No.
Speaking of no.
No.
Speaking of it.
No.
Steven's hair. No.
No hair. No hair.
No hair. Now, when I recommended that he shave his head, I did not know his head looked like a semi-deflated soccer ball, which is a problem now. Which now he's got to go to Michigan, and people are going to want to kick his head. They're going to be running around thinking, "Oh, I got an easy goal." Oh no, that's his head.
If Michigan is like it usually is, it's just a state full of Mike Shavolas. So
I would say you got to lay off Mike Shavola until he's able to hear it, because he hasn't. I think he's bailed because whatever.
It's not my fault he ran away. I don't know if he's watching or not. I tried sending him a friend request. He said no.
We had some weird some static jolt of electricity come out of Steven's mouth. I don't know if you heard it, but I got a big zap. Oh, and he said, I don't know if he ran away.
Well, Steven has not thrown away the hair yet, so it's not too late. He can still put it back on.
No, it's in the trash. But like, my hair will be back in like.
Don't, man. I think besides, the soccer ball comment was just a joke. I think you look good. I think it's. I think you look good. Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut the beard off though. I was going through it with the guard on, and the guard popped off, and it chopped right through here, and it made me look like Joe Dirt. And I was like, nope, it's got to go. So I was like, nope.
One of these days, I'm going to take the mustache off, and then you guys are going to really
puke.
Can we make that like on the final episode? Because I feel like that might scare people away.
The final episode. I don't know when that's going to be. That could be today. This could be the day. And
okay, well then I'll go get a razor real quick and we'll shave it off then.
But start with the neck. Start with the neck and go all the way up. Yes.
Right.
Actually, go this way. Just cut the mustache off this way.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, why do
the thing is
blades now?
If I take the mustache off, the mole is actually bigger than the rest of my head. The mole underneath the mustache is actually this big. Amazing how the mustache hides it.
I've had that happen to me.
Moles?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, moles.
Oh. Well, what did you really mean by that? Because you didn't really mean by that.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. I have moles.
Right. Well,
I
hope you.
You know, you've seen that stuff by Dr. Scholl's. It's supposed to be like a skin tag remover.
Not really. No.
It hurts.
Every time I've tried one of those, they've just chemically burned me, and that was it.
Yeah, that's it. I got a chemical burn, and the tag is still there, and it's been like
every
3
time.
weeks.
I've given
What
up on
exactly is a skin tag?
It's
tag, you're it.
Kind of.
It's in a spot of constant rubbing, like from shirt collars, necklaces, or whatever, or like in your thighs, and you just get a little piece of skin that just kind of
grows like a mole, but it's
grows like a mole. It doesn't discolor. It's the same color as your skin. It's just raised up. It's like a nipple.
Well, I've lived 65 years and haven't got one, and now that you told me about it, I'm going to get one, and then I'm going to blame you.
I find it hard to believe you don't have one at that age.
Yeah, they don't travel alone. They travel in packs.
Look under my balls and see if that's a skin tag.
You don't have to burn them. Yeah, you don't have to burn them. You can just cut them with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, but they bleed.
They will bleed for like 3 days.
They'll bleed, but if you put alcohol on, because that's what a dermatologist will tell you. They'll say just take a pair of scissors and cut them. That's all they do.
I've done a couple of them. I'm kind of a pussy. I have some on my neck from school when I had to wear a lanyard every day for 4 years, and I got skin tags from that. And yeah, I've cut a few off, but
now
the opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact.
Now I have used a string. And tied it off, and that worked. That's worked the best. It takes a little bit longer, and I may try it up on the two that I'm trying to get rid of with the skin tag remover. They just burnt my skin. I'm just going to tie them off and see what happens there,
dude.
Please stay tuned for our next segment on stool softener.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact.
I'm sure there are people out there who have skin tags who want to know what do the celebrities do to get rid of their skin tags.
They don't get them. They drink the blood of the children to keep away.
I thought we moved on past skin tags to stool softener.
No, we moved on.
Why do you insist on staying in the past? Now, I want to know, have you ever had like hard stool?
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting on one right now. If it was soft, I would have fallen on the floor.
What? That's gross.
I mean, did you ever shit a brick is what I'm asking.
Yeah, from the painkillers, from being in the hospital, get out of the hospital,
Really?
And then it's horrible. Yeah, I have to do stool softener for it.
How do you know it's hard? Do you poke it?
No, you can feel it coming out. It hurts. It doesn't feel. There's no relief when you shit a brick. When you shit a brick, you're just like, and then it's done. Then you're like, and then you wipe, and then you're bleeding, and you're just like, what the fuck? And then then you feel bad about the whole situation, and it's horrible.
Call here to shit a brick.
Make the walk of shame from the bathroom to the bedroom.
Well, I've never had to make a walk of shame in my life, but I will tell you what, after that, it always feels like I should.
Welcome to the Carl and Dave Attell show. This is the new format for the program. Carl and Dave Attell running the ship.
It was a danger fart, not a shit in the end.
Carl knows more about shit than anybody on this panel.
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur shit of sorts.
Now, Carl, educate us on this stool softener stuff. Is the stool hardener in case what if it comes out too soft and you need it a little harder? You want the perfect consistency.
Well, mine's not. Mine's pretty mushy pretty often, I'd say.
You're a watery guy
Well,
because of your beer intake.
I don't really drink it. I haven't drunk a beer in.
What
10
time
days.
is it? Oh, wow. I thought you was going to say since 3 this morning.
Wow, is this a record for you? Are you like what do you did you
I think
join
6
AA?
weeks is the record since I've been live, but no, I think I'm staying off it for the whole month until I'm in South America, and then I might have a couple.
Now, is this a like a health thing or is it a financial thing? Like you can't afford your usual drinking habits, so you just said
I know. Here's my guess. It's a fall asleep in the bar thing.
Well, luckily, my local bar, I can almost see it from this window, so I stumble for 2 minutes and I'm back.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm quitting weed in like 3 weeks. Completely.
I drank a beer last night. I drank a light beer. You know that whatever. It's light beer.
Ew.
That's the brand name.
But it's a beer for gay men. Yeah, I understand.
It is fucking. It is. I after I opened it, I was like, yeah, this is like fucking. Ugh. Why did I even open this thing? But then I was committed to finishing it.
That's the worst when you get a bad beer and you got to finish it.
Yeah.
I quit drinking once, but that was only because I was trying to do it with an enema instead, and I prefer the drinking.
I was told that when I quit the weed that I can have an occasional drink, and I'm like, I don't want to drink though. Drinking makes me feel icky.
Who told you that?
Mushroom tea instead.
Who told you that?
So in September, I'm starting a weight loss clinic. I'm trying to drop 100 pounds without surgery. So they're taking no drugs, no alcohol for 6 weeks, and then they said,
"Why don't you just cut your legs off? You don't use them anyway."
That's surgery.
Because that's not the part of the body I want.
That's
not the part of the body I want to slim up. I want to get rid of the man tits in the gut.
Oh, I thought you were just trying to lose 100 pounds. You didn't say any body reshaping. You just said
no. I want to get back to like my high school and early 20s. I want abs again. So
yeah. So do
now,
I.
How much would you lose if you got rid of the chair? How much does the chair weigh?
About 40 pounds, but that is nothing for the tits and belly.
Get rid of the chair. All you gotta do is lose 60 pounds. You're like there. You get rid of the chair.
Well, if I chop the legs off, I'd lose about 100 pounds, but
then you wouldn't be able to walk. Yeah, so
I can't walk anyway.
Yeah.
What if we just stitch your lips together for a couple of months?
That might work.
And then you just eat out of a straw like liquid shit. And then first of all, you could get rid of all that stool softener that you stopped up.
You can liquidize McDonald's.
That might work. I have a question though. This was brought up to me yesterday. Would you go to a comedy show where it's a guy being used as a marionette puppet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually have.
I was kind of
that's not a marionette.
Not if I knew. Not if I knew. If I'm there and it comes on and then I want to kill them, but then I give it a chance and it's funny, then I'd stay there. I wouldn't leave.
That's what I'm saying. So it was brought up since my legs just dangle like a Woody doll. Like,
with a disabled person, that'd be I'd go.
Yeah, like if I was brought out on stage, like if I walked out on stage, but only walked out because they had me like up on like strings.
Yeah, I'd go to that. Sorry, you didn't specify.
Yeah.
Well, not that, but a ventriloquist show is different than a marionette show.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of people who do. Who was it who done with Sean Rouse? What's his name? Junior Stopka. We used Sean Rice as Sean Rouse as a ventriloquist puppet. It was very funny, very good. So that's something you might want to look into. Except you have to. I don't know. You sitting on somebody's lap might be a little. I don't know, you might.
Why?
Sexy?
People sit on me all the time. Bullshit.
Now, how would they make you walk? Are these like really strong cables? Because you're not a petite individual.
Well, the thought was like just like a pulley, like the strings that make me look like a marionette would just be more for show, and then the stuff supporting me would be like a like an actual harness on like a pulley system. Yeah.
All right. Are you moving forward with these plans?
No, it was just.
I think you probably, if you want to be an honest opinion here, I think you probably do better business than GD's show on Plausible Tonight. Now, I'm not wishing GD any ill success with this thing tonight. I just think you probably get more people in the room.
I don't know. I like it because what's cool is this platform gives you the ability to be able to view, like, the audience can't overtake the comic, but it makes the comic the bigger square. It gives the audience a smaller presence, but it makes it a little more interactive.
You can hear the audience. You can hear the audience during the show. You can hear their laugh in real time. And the audio doesn't drop out. Like if somebody laughs, you go like, "Whoa," yeah, or anything like that. It's decent. Like I said, I'm trying something different. Part of it is because I like the concept of what Leanne is doing. I kind of believe in it, so I'm trying to support it in what way I can. I can't really support it financially, but I can use what talent I have to try to help promote it.
Right. Okay. We're not saying we're not trying to talk you out of it or put it down.
You couldn't talk me out of it.
I could.
Go ahead.
No, you couldn't. I could.
No, you couldn't.
I could.
Hey, listen, I've invested time and effort into his show tonight. It better go well.
What do you mean? What do you mean? How did you invest time and effort? What did you do?
I needed someone to be my eyes in the audience while I would set things up and do the sound. So he helped me balance the sound, balance the lighting and stuff like that.
While he was shaving his head?
No. He had already shaved most of his head. He stopped mid-shave. He stopped like mid-clump.
And you can burn cigarettes on him and he won't even know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I do wish you good luck. But I'm not wishing you bad luck on it. I just think I've done them 5 years ago during the pandemic. And even when people were captive in their house at gunpoint, they really didn't respond well to this kind of thing.
What's nice, though, is this is all comedy. Like, the whole site is comedy related. So you're not jumping in with, like, distractions of, like, people doing other shit like you get on Twitch or on Rumble or anything else. It's like really focused on comedy.
I did a show for Chris Monty, which is pretty much exactly what GD's doing tonight. He had a live audience in his apartment and while he did his typical show. That was the best I saw during the pandemic of that kind of thing. But I don't think the numbers were like better than an open mic on a Monday night at Mr. Tongue's.
Kevin Hart did an in-house special during the pandemic.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
See, that's how you could talk him out of it. Just keep saying it's good. It works good for Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart loves that format. Kevin Hart is a star in that world. Kevin Hart, really, he's been on Plausible many times. Kevin Hart is the heart of Zoom comedy or whatever it's called. Kevin Hart is Plausible. What?
Kevin Hart's in the Illuminati. He drinks kids' blood. But
Agreed.
He's actually a clone after his car accident. But yeah, he did one during the pandemic. It was an intimate little thing, and it was on Netflix. And
keep going. You'll talk him out of it eventually. You just keep going with Kevin Hart.
You really can't.
Kevin Hart.
Hold on. There's a big difference though. Is GD's putting
Kevin Hart has talent,
production value into the set. So
yeah,
man.
And he had like people working for him. Like technical people. He didn't do it himself. He wasn't.
Yeah, well, GD was also in PJs, and that was hot. So,
yeah,
that's because he didn't like me wearing a robe.
Well, no, I didn't say I didn't like it. I was just like, "Is that a robe?" You're like, "Oh yeah, hold on, I'll just robe." And I got freaked out and half hard, and it was confusing for me. So,
all right, Kevin Hart is at Gov's next week, a week from tonight. not Kevin Hart. I'm sorry.
Ian,
I was talking.
Evil
If it's
Ian.
another black guy, it's gonna sound bad.
Hart versus Hart. Hart. Wait, what was that? I don't know. Heart and Heart.
Heart to Heart.
Heart to Heart. They'll be performing at Govs. I'm lying.
Okay.
I'm just lying. That's
Yeah,
all.
because Stephanie Powers is way too hot to work there, even
Isn't
in
she
her
dead?
90s.
Isn't she
I
dead?
think she is. I think she is.
Got to be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Monday night starts the DNC. Are you guys excited for that? You guys are, especially Stephen the Anarchist.com comedian, whatever his name is. He's really excited for that, right? Next week, Democratic.
Well,
no, I'm not. I'm not even going to be paying attention to it. I'll be in Michigan doing shows. I don't care.
He's
Michigan's
a little angry.
not that far from Chicago, you know. It's only like 20. It's only like a 20-minute drive.
That's interesting that it's in Chicago, don't you think?
3 hours from me. No, it's not surprising. It's where it's
no,
because they're trying to recreate the Obama.
Not surprising.
It's not interesting or surprising because they're just trying to recreate the Obama craze. They're going back to Chicago. The Obamas are going to be involved. It's going to be a big old thing. Yeah.
You know, the last time it was in Chicago, this is why it's interesting to me. 1968, there were riots, big time riots. LBJ had dropped, who was the sitting incumbent president, had decided not to run, and there was some infighting within the party about his endorsement of Humphrey. So it kind of lines up. Back to Chicago, back to the same old thing.
And Humphrey starts with an H, and Harris starts with an H. Harris is half Indian and half Jamaican. Humphrey was half Jamaican and half Indian. So that was a slight difference.
Humphrey?
Yeah, Humphrey.
He wasn't just like a white-ass Stephen Ortiz fake Puerto Rican?
Oh, no, he was passing.
Oh, that's true.
In 68, even though people were talking about peace and love, they didn't love the mixed races. So Humphrey was passing as white.
Ah.
It's a known fact. You could Google it.
I'm not Googling anything. I don't.
How about you go Google yourself?
If you Google Matt Napo, you'll find some interesting stuff. Not about me. There's nothing interesting about me.
Because there's like 19 Matt Napos, and 17 of them are convicted criminals.
I did not know that. There's one less Matt Napo now because he died.
That's right. You went to go visit him and killed him.
Wow, the first thing that comes up to me is Ballotopia. Matthew Napo. It says the Democratic Party primary election was canceled. Incumbent Tom Suozzi advanced from the Democratic Party. Does it say I withdrew from the? No, it says I'm still running. I'm on Ballotopia. First thing that comes up if I Google Matt Napo is this stupid congressional race that I'm involved in.
Okay, let's all
because it's you and it knows it's you and you've Googled yourself many
times.
Right.
You're right.
This is what you want to see.
Right. Well, it wasn't what I wanted to see, but it was what they thought I wanted to see.
Listen, if you make it through to the next stage, they're going to dig up that Native American video. You know that's
okay. I Googled Matt Napo, and the first thing it comes up with is Ballotopia. The next thing is images of Matt Napo, and they're all with him playing guitar. Well, the first two of him playing guitar. The fourth one is him. The caricature, the icon that uses him for Coffee with the Dog.
And you don't get the software engineer with the curly hair and the big.
Yes, I get him first. Then I get the cartoon thing. Then it's a gay one in a black vest. Then it's guitar.
Oh, yeah. Then I get Dystopia Tonight, Matt Napo.
Dystopia Tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Episode 158.
158. And then the IMDb page with me on Off the Cuff. Speaking of gay, it's a gay cooking show. Well, it's a comedy cooking show hosted by a gay chef.
The Big Bad I get on like the second row. The Big Bad broadcast on IMDb. Matt Napo for Congress.
I was on that twice. Yes.
Off the Cuff's the way down for me. Yeah.
I've been around.
I just Googled Ron Kane, and I get a intervention for AI addiction. Wow, that's interesting.
Well, that's funny you bring that up. This morning on Mother Jones, you guys don't read Mother Jones. You read Father Jones, right? Or you sister?
What the fuck is that?
Sister Smith, Mother Jones.
They sound like a 1950s news.
Close. It's a 1960s hippie thing. Mother
I
Jones.
still don't know what that. I still don't know what that means. So,
David Korn, who used to write for Rolling Stone, he's a hippie, but now he's got this political thing. Kristen Davis, who is a former madam in New York City. She ran a house of prostitution. Before that, she went to jail for selling drugs to FBI agents. She is running RFK's AI farm, using AI to help his campaign, and using AI to put individualized messages to people. And so this is the first time anybody has really gone on, probably the first one who's admitted to it, using AI in campaign to do individual targeted messaging to individuals.
They'll all be using that.
They'll all be using it. But how many of them will be using it?
All of them will.
It's not fucking
every
working.
party will be using it.
If you let me finish my question, how many of them will be using whores, professional madams, and drug dealers to do it?
Well, the rest of them will be going to whores.
That would be just Kennedy and Trump.
Right.
But, well, Matt, you inconsiderate fuck. They're called sex workers today.
No, she still uses the title of Madam Kristen Davis.
Now,
so you're wrong.
Well, Trump, since he hired Corey Lewandowski back, they will be using whores and AI. It's part of their new campaign slogan.
She now, because there was another very famous Manhattan madam, but I'm thinking in the past. But she was a Mayflower madam, Sidney Biddle Barrows. TG knows because he.
What's a Mayflower madam?
Her family was,
the
blue bloods who came over. They really weren't blue bloods. They were fucking criminals. England was getting rid of them. They put all the shittiest people. When England sends its people, they're not sending their best and their brightest. They send rapists. They send murderers.
Thank you.
And Carl is like, how did I miss the boat both times?
Yeah, I got the plane.
Yeah. But then somehow, this is how fucked up America is. We look at the criminals that were sent over on the Mayflower as, the purest Americans, the Puritans and all that. No. Everybody who came here, my family, Stephen's family especially, was shitty people.
Not my family.
Well, they were.
No.
Yes,
no, because when they got off the boat, we cleaned them up, so they were no longer shitty. They were shitty
while
they were still
No wanted a better life from Italy. They couldn't get work in a small village in Greece, so they came over.
Mm-hmm. Now we have. I don't know if yesterday's news story that I didn't even touch on is we are cracking down on people seeking asylum, refugees from Canada.
Okay,
Canada.
That means half of our musical talent will be going away. We won't be getting any more Celine, her or Bieber or.
This is what was confusing to me because I would think Canada would be trying to keep Americans out of that. I think they have the problem with Americans going up. Not.
Is it Canadians? Is it Canadians or is it other nationals seeking asylum across the Canadian border?
Well, I don't know. I don't know who's
your border. You're getting people from all around the world, right? So is it people that have come from Syria to Canada and they would come into America?
That one of the 9/11 guys supposedly who got caught up in where Stephen is going. He was going to see one of Stephen's comedy shows. Actually, he was going from Canada to Michigan, and they stopped him, and he didn't get his plane. He missed his plane.
Damn it!
Lucky for him because it didn't make it.
Yeah, they didn't land successfully.
Yeah,
they didn't teach him how to land. That's all it was. They were just taking a flight.
Right.
Yeah.
Carl, did you see the other day we had the guy from he was on the 78th floor of Tower 1?
No, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
Really?
Blind either.
Blind guy. Blind and he got out.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't see the CIA lay those charges.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was leading people down the stairs, the blind leading the unblind in this case. But
this just makes me feel less bad for the other victims that didn't get out.
Right.
But actually, what he was following the voice of his friend Dave, who was like a floor beneath him.
Right.
So he was following Dave, and then the other people was following the blind guy.
Listen,
I would love to spoke to this guy. Wow, I've not spoken to someone who's in the town.
I'm going to meet him personally. He's coming to Long Island in October, and I'm going to go meet him personally. I might even drag him to one of my gigs. But we got to GD, get on Dave. Find us Dave and get Dave on the program.
Okay. Do you have his last name?
No, just Dave.
And Dave from the tower.
Well, yeah, when he was going down, he was saying Dave, and the voice kept getting Dave's not here, and people were.
Ron, you have to take a new picture every day because that still fucked me up when you stood up. But every day in the shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Move out. Let me see. Move out.
The funny thing is, when Ron stood up, his arm looked like a baby arm. It was almost like a Deadpool thing, where this little tiny arm was trying to grow out of the rest of his body.
I just woke up in a very bad.
Ron, you see the Deadpool is about to hit $1 billion worldwide.
I think it already did. Yeah.
Oh! Since this morning, damn. Because the movie's being shown somewhere around the world.
Now, what does that mean? $1 billion worldwide. Now, do you do fancy? How much of that is actual profit? You don't know what profit because distribution
all of it because the movie was shot on a shoestring budget.
$800 million will be profit.
My Chivola wants to know if you're doing chemo, Stephen.
Oh, I wish I dropped weight a lot quicker.
Oh, that's one way without surgery, right?
That is true.
Yeah.
Now the original budget for the Deadpool Wolverine movie was like $100,000 because I think everybody worked at scale. Like was it $450 for everybody each? It was a really low budget production. So
the thing that confuses me about this is people, I guess Hollywood people like Ron Kane who just follow this shit are putting that out there. But when it comes down to tax time, they're going to somehow tell the IRS they lost money on this thing. Oh, we didn't make any money. It's all with the Hollywood accounting. How do they get away with that when people are reporting every day on how much you made? You can't lie to the IRS then.
Well, but then it gets down to the devil's in the details. Because like New Line, wasn't that New Line that made all the money from their movies? And then when it came down to trying to pay people, they were like, "Oh, but we don't have any money."
Well, that's the gross, and then you do all the write-offs, right? Then you go, "Well, this isn't taxable, and that's not taxable because."
That's why I asked about the profit. Like they could claim $1 billion, but somehow that means the accountants have to now lie about $1 billion where
they're going to make money off of it, and thankfully Disney will be able to operate another day.
That's true, because
thankfully Disney will keep being alive in its international.
Because they're going to need the money because some guy was trying to sue Disney because his wife died in a restaurant that wasn't a Disney restaurant, but it was on Disney's property.
And they need the money because they're adding rides and stuff to their parks. That's like their big thing they're doing.
And they're going to have to make a mechanical president for Kamala Harris.
All right.
In the Disney presidential thing.
Show of hands, how many people have been to Disney in the last a Disney park in the last 40 years?
How about ever?
You have?
Ever.
Yeah.
You have in the last 20 years.
I went in 2001.
I've never been to Disney.
Poor boy. Make a wish.
I'd go, but I'd have to take a child because I'm not going on my own or with two adults I don't even trust.
No, hey, you know what? I half agree with you, but I also know there's a lot of fucking Disney nerds out there that just go for themselves.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I'm not saying anything, but GD, if you get cancer, we'll find a way to send you there. You make a wish.
I have. Well, I am a cancer moon.
Dude. Fuck Make-A-Wish Foundation, man.
I'm a Cancer moon. My native is Scorpio. My sun is in Leo, and my moon is in Cancer. That's if you believe in horoscope stuff.
No, GD would go there for Cancer, and they would just leave him in the
Your
sun.
moon is in Cancer, which is a fancy way of saying you have ass cancer.
You know what's ironic is my grandmother was a Cancer, and she got killed by a giant crab. So,
yeah. Crab cancer.
Yeah.
No. Ralph Dice Clay, for his 64th birthday, went to Disney on his own. He rented a hotel room on Disney's property and went to a 64-year-old guy going to Disney for a week by himself. Feels a little creepy to me.
Yeah,
I love Ralph. I mean, he's not a creepy.
I love Ralph. I never met Ralph. I've spoken to him on the phone now. I love him.
It sounds creepy, but it's a regular thing.
But you know,
just
wear a goofy mask while you do it, man. Then the police will never find you.
So to answer Mike real quick, yes, Make-A-Wish is for kids only. But here's why I say fuck Make-A-Wish. Okay, is as soon as I turned 18, as soon as I was not old enough to do Make-A-Wish anymore, they decided to grant wishes for dying kids and kids with disabilities. Like a month after I turned 18. I was so mad.
So you're a bitter libertarian fucking schmuck, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Because I could have met John Cena or went to Disney World or something cool. No. They were just like, you're not dying, so fuck you. And I was like,
you know, they did that on purpose. Because they were going to pass that like 2 years later. And they said, let's.
That's a typical libertarian type of bitterness that you have there. Like people my age getting bitter at college forgiveness, college debt forgiveness. I don't fucking care. Good for the young
people. Let's all have misery forever, please.
Right. And that, Steven, it's just if I can't ever get done, it's not for me. Fuck everybody.
Now, I'm not super bitter because I got the college debt relief. So.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
No, his true feelings are going to come out.
Nobody did yet. They're still fighting it. How could you have gotten it?
Some people got it, depending on their circumstances.
I paid my own debt off. I had my debt paid off by the time I was 24.
I thought it's crazy the amount, because the amounts here, it's like 20, 30,000 here, and it's not a real debt. It's never on your credit report. You don't have to pay it if you don't earn enough, and when you do earn, it's X amount a month. You don't really notice it because it's scaled, right? But it is high interest, but it's not really enforceable. You're not going to go to jail.
I had 60 grand worth of debt, and I basically just lived at home and just put every check into the debt. I didn't want to pay it off for.
I still owe some, and I don't know how much it is. It's like 20, 15, something like that. I had a friend.
They come after you here for it.
Yeah, I know. I had a friend from New Mexico had over 100, and yeah, he was going, "This is great." He did a load of postgrad and stuff.
Well, I had like $750,000 in student debt, and I did a plausible show to pay it all off.
Well, they'll never find you because at some time in history you change your name to Matt Napo, whatever your real name.
Yeah, I had. Right. What is my real name? Do we know?
I think it's something like David
Marvin Schittsburg.
Yeah, I think it's Jewish. I don't even think it's any Italian.
Max Napstein is what it is.
Max Napstein.
Say no to nepotism.
Napstenitism. It's on Napstein Island.
Don't do that.
All right, I won't do that.
We already regularly have a friend of Jeffrey Epstein on the show, so you know.
I've had lots of friends of Jeffrey. Not that I even knew.
That dude knew everybody almost. It's not surprising he's had friends on here. That's not shocking at all. Not even a little bit.
Now,
I want to know what Jackie Martling had for lunch at Jeffrey Epstein's house in New York on 63rd Street, I think it is.
I don't think it was lunch. I think it was dinner. But we'll find out Tuesday. He'll be here Tuesday. We'll talk to him about that.
It was sushi on a 19-year-old lady. No, I'm just
yes. Evening dinner, much more romantic than lunch.
Yeah.
He'll go, we decided to have lunch, then all of a sudden he just starts jizzing in my soup. And I'm like, Jeffrey, what are you doing?
Now, Jackie posted yesterday, he was one of the first people to try to do like a live stream show, like one of the back in the early days of Anthony Cumia's Compound Network. He didn't even call it Compound Network at the time. Jackie had a show on there. He posted the pilot for it yesterday. He looks like a good 25 years young. It must have been like probably around 2000, right after the Howard Stern show that he was doing it. But it was just a pilot. It was a test stuff. I had a soup of the day cream of some young girl. So I'm gonna
hey, Mike, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Now he'll get upset if I share him saying this. If I just take a screenshot of it, and if I were like so inclined to take a screenshot of this,
Facebook.
Just him saying that and putting it on Facebook so all his friends could see, he will get very upset.
So Matt, I think it's been 10 days since you last mentioned a headless body being found on the beach by one of Rudy Giuliani's friends. So
it's been more than that. It's been months since I talked.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been like a month and a half, 2 months.
I think it's been 10 days. I keep careful track of these things.
That's Carl Mann's last beer was 10 days.
Exactly. It's no coincidence.
No coincidence.
Is this a recent headless body, or was this years ago? Back in the
this was years ago. This was, I think, the late 90s.
But talked about it
just before Giuliani came after your people.
No, Giuliani has been after Giuliani. No, Giuliani did not really go after my people. He went after John Gotti. John Gotti was never one of my people. I never liked Gotti. I was not a fan of Gotti.
But Gotti is a well-known Papusa Talk founder. He's one of the founders of the Papusa Talk.
No. He's a shinnecock all the way. You could tell by his shin and his cock. But Gotti is not part of the. He's a Gambino, really. He's a Gambino.
I didn't know. I don't know the details. Just ends in an I. So
yeah, right. But he's an Ozone Park guy, and not part of the East New York connection at all. But after he got finished with Gotti, that's when the Russians got a hold of him. But Rudy's best friend his whole life is this guy, Al Placa. Al Placa used to be a priest, a Catholic priest. He was defrocked because he was running the Catholic diocese on Long Island, Rockville Center Diocese, where he was playing hide the pedophile priest. And he basically hid 16 pedophile priests. He was charged with 64 counts of, he was credibly accused of 64 counts of child rape, but the statute of limitations, believe it or not, there's a statute of limitations on fucking little boys in the ass.
That's silly.
Yeah.
I have a statute of limitations on stealing a lotto ticket or something,
Yeah. So now he's Rudy's partner in his business, Rudy's law firm. And he's a VP of his business, and he has a house on Fire Island. One of these Long Island serial murders' heads washed up on his property, or was discovered on his property while Rudy was staying there. Al Placa has a direct pedophile connection to the guy who's locked up right now, accused of 6 now of the murders in the Long Island serial killer. They assume he did all of them, but they've only charged him with 6. The problem is 2 of those people that he's charged with killing, there's another guy already serving prison. He's been in prison for 27 years now for those same killings. It's going to get a little...
well, they'll kill that guy. They're not going to give him a payout.
Right. But it does present a good case for the defense to say, how can you be charging my client with this when you already locked up a guy for this crime who doesn't? Now they're trying to say there's a connection between Rex Heuermann and the Manorville killer who was already doing time for those 2 murders. But there's, according to the people who do the deep dives on this stuff, this is a big, widespread thing. It goes to Virginia and Massachusetts and upstate New York and everywhere. They get off, and it's fascinating to me because I can understand kink. I get Ron. He's totally into lingerie or whatever he's into. That's his kink. I don't understand killing as a sexual turn on. I can't even wrap my head around it.
You have to try it first.
Come on over. Come over. Well, I'll try it on you.
Listen, when you see someone's soul leave their body, it's just gratifying, it really makes you take a step back and like, this is why I got up today.
When you create 9 new holes to fuck, there's something there, you know?
Yeah, gash. Some people must fucking love it because they do it, right?
Yeah,
it must be great
Rex.
for them.
And he hacks people up. That's he does after he kills them, he hacks them up into little pieces and then drives to different locations. I'll leave a foot here. I'll throw a head in the ocean. I'll put the torso over here. It's, that's so beyond.
Speaking of a head in the
Dahmerism.
ocean,
At least he's not eating them. Let's give him some
That's
credit.
true.
He's not eating them.
Speaking of bodies in the ocean, we should probably do the news.
That's right. Top of the hour, top of the hour news.
All right, you want news? You love
No,
news?
we don't want it. But I'm just saying.
We don't want it, but we have to.
You want it?
Yeah.
You need it. I got to get a new news organization to do this stuff.
Give me the
I don't
news,
like.
Daddy.
I'm not happy with our news.
Well, look, if you double my pay,
Governor Tim Walz has agreed to participate in a vice presidential debate hosted by CBS News on October 1st in New York City.
Former President Donald Trump's campaign has not yet confirmed the date, leaving GOP Senator J.D. Vance's participation uncertain. Earlier, CBS News proposed 4 dates for the debate between the vice presidential nominees: September 17th, September 24th, October 1st, and October 8th. The Harris-Walz campaign quickly accepted the October 1st date. Kevin Sanders reporting.
A surge in whooping cough infections continues to spread nationwide, according to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
At least 259 pertussis cases were reported during the first week of August, up from 215 weekly cases at the end of June, the CDC reports. Pennsylvania has reported 1,489 cases so far this year, the highest of any state. New York follows with 1,266 reported infections. Jessica Oakley reporting.
Ukrainian President Zelensky reported that Ukrainian troops are advancing further into Russia as the largest cross-border operation entered its second week.
The Ukrainian army entered Russia's Kursk region on August 6th, capturing dozens of settlements in the largest foreign offensive on Russian soil since World War II. In the Kursk region, we are advancing further from 1 to 2 kilometers in different areas since the start of the day, Zelensky stated on social media. Joseph Eckerson reporting.
U.S. consumer prices rose as expected in July with year-to-year inflation.
So, Carl, you had friends in Ukraine, and now you don't think I killed?
No, I still have friends. There.
But it seemed to be less important issue to you. You're not like.
No, I was trolling the Russian embassy for a while when it happened, but then they blocked me, and then I stopped doing that publicly. But no, I've got friends in Ukraine. I was supposed to meet one of them in June, but I didn't.
So, yeah, you know what? Is that war going to go on for? Is that going to be Russia's Vietnam, another Vietnam, like 20 years in the making? When they finally say, "What are we fighting for? Let's just call it quits."
Yeah,
I don't think everyone gets to the point where they go, "What are we fighting for?" That it just gets too expensive for one side, and then they go, "Ah."
That's what I mean. That's what are we fighting for? I can't afford this shit anymore.
This could be Russia's Israel, and this could go for 1,000 years.
I don't think so. I think if Putin dies, well, when he dies, it'll pretty much stop.
Hopefully,
the only thing that was stopping them from negotiating any kind of peace was that Putin was a dick and he wants to take over all of Ukraine. Well, now Ukraine is like, okay, we're going to be dicks and we're going to take over Russia, and now Putin's kind of ashamed.
Remember when that general was making a beeline for Putin, and it looked like he was going there to kill him?
Was it Prigozhin?
Yeah, pierogies.
Pierogi, yeah.
He was heading directly for Putin. Putin ran away, and then the guy just stopped and said, I changed my mind. And then he got killed 2 weeks later in a plane crash.
He negotiated himself out of a job. They negotiated. Putin couldn't beat him, so he negotiated with him, and that was his mistake.
Why would the guy even? It seemed like once I kill Putin, I'm just name myself king or whatever. Why would you make that deal if you got him on the run? Keep going. That's right. That's my position in life. If you've scared the guy into submission, fucking get him. Go get him. No.
No. I think he had a different end game. I don't think he wanted Putin's job. I think he wanted more power, but not Putin's power. I think he wanted to be more of an oligarch, I guess.
Maybe he wants to be putting these nuts in his mouth.
But he had to be stupid to make that deal to think he could trust Putin.
Yes, that's true.
And then to get on a plane. I mean, come on. If you're gonna,
why would
once
you
that
trust?
happens,
Why would you trust basically your dictator to make a deal and honor it? First of all, then how would you trust him not
especially
to murder
when
you?
you were just threatening to kill, you were coming after him to fucking.
That's
I think what happened was Putin says, "You can trust this plane. This guy is my best friend. I'm sending him with you to make sure that you get there safely." And he's going, "Well, if this is Putin's best friend, surely he won't kill his best friend. I'll be fine."
He probably didn't have a choice.
Little did he know that Putin's friend drank the last of the vodka and had to kill him.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice to get on that plane, I'm guessing. That's just the story that you're hearing.
Yeah, Mike, I deleted your comment. I don't want. Mike is complaining that I deleted his comment. If you want to talk politics with me, you can do it here. You can come on the show. I don't. If you notice, I haven't talked politics on Facebook for the last 6 years, and I don't encourage debating politics on Facebook because it draws fucking retards.
Oops.
Yeah. I wanted to honor him with a picture of this.
Yeah.
Looks a bit like
aren't those just quick little fast buddies?
So basically, what Mike's alluding to there, just so you guys know it, Mike's old friend Vinny, one of his best friends his entire life, posted a picture on my timeline with the title "Surfing U.S. Gay" that had Mike laying on a surfboard in a pose. And he got upset by that and said, we all did embarrassing things. You're the guy who admitted you're going to vote for Harris. And I deleted that comment because I did not want fucking to have to get into a political debate on Facebook with every fucking retard that follows me or wants to get into a fucking shit pissing match on Facebook. Anybody who wants to talk politics is welcome to come here and do it face-to-face or come to one of my gigs to fucking do it face-to-face with me. I have no problem with that.
Mike, that's an
Facebook
open invite
is not
to come on the show.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's an open invite.
And you know what? I don't. If you think that's embarrassing, you're fucking voting for a guy who who is against everything that against your best interest. You're an atheist who's voting for a guy who's going to force you to take a Christian biblical citizenship. You're voting for a guy who's going to make your wife and daughter carry period cards. I am not embarrassed by anything when it comes to my political sightings on this stuff. So, and you're a guy who also said, "I'm not a Trumper," but then goes to a fucking Trump rally and a Trump boat parade or street parade carrying Trump flags. I mean, embarrassment. Let's be fair about that. I'm not going to anybody's rallies. I'm not fucking putting a lawn sign out. I'm not writing Harris on my truck. I'm not putting anybody's bumper sticker on.
You're not coming to my rally?
No. Damn. All right, let's move back off of politics and go to Carl's other pet project. I wanted or pet interest. John Hinckley. That went away. You were hard on for Hinckley for a long time.
No, he stopped tweeting. He tweeted the other day, and I gave him a congratulatory message because he's releasing an album or something. So I said, "Well done, John." I think it's you that's been getting his gigs cancelled.
Yeah, well, he did. He had a gig canceled locally, not too far from here, recently, and then they wanted to boycott the club because last minute they canceled his club and didn't want.
Well, I did. To be fair, I did say I'd get a John Hinckley fan club tattoo, but I don't know if he still has the fan club. And he wanted a picture mailed to him, so I'm not sure I trust him with that.
Wow. So I haven't seen him. Maybe I don't know.
He popped up on Twitter the other day about he's releasing an album or something. So I just say congratulations, John. So he's kind of back.
I don't know.
What genre?
He's blocked me or. I'm gonna look him up right now, Hinckley.
I just didn't see his tweets for a while.
He does like
or what?
No, it's music. He's a like a Charles Manson musician.
Oh, okay. So he plays crap.
All these killers become musicians eventually.
I like one of Manson's songs. I can't remember the name of it.
I think didn't Guns N' Roses cover one of? Oh no, it was Beach Boys who covered one of Manson's songs or something like that.
So he's still selling his art of kitty cats. Maybe I can. He's posting this a lot. To be fair, share screen. Maybe I can share this with you. This is his art, which isn't great, but I did want to buy some of his art. But the only person I know that he could send it to, apart from Cat and Steve, is Matt Napa, and I think he'd set fire to it if it came to his house.
It seems like he does that same cat over and over again. Just
I think he just has like like a black and white drawing, and then he just paints it inside the lines.
His new single "Love Is Forever" distributed DistroKid on. So we'll give that a listen later. I'm sure he said something about an album, but maybe I'm.
Now, is any of the songs dedicated to Jodie Foster?
I think you get asked that under every post.
If he did that, I think he'd probably go back to the insane asylum. I think that's probably a condition of release is don't fucking go, don't mention Jodie Foster or the Reagan family or any of these.
What if he made the song about some girl he met named Fody Joster?
Yes, that's the way around.
Yeah. Did she used to work at a company that rhymes with Comcast?
Yes, she did. Fody Joster.
Fody Joster, and nobody masturbated to the rape scene in The Accused. Nobody.
Yes. No, not one person.
You know, it wasn't long after that movie came out with the rape scene on the pool table that we had that experience. Me and a drummer were going to see a sax band
on a pool table.
Yeah,
I can't believe he's
exactly. Yes.
If
you just be patient, you'll find out.
You asking someone else to be patient.
This is the listening portion, guys.
Yeah, that's like the cattle calling you still black.
You told this story before, and you probably shouldn't keep telling it.
Right. I'm not going to keep telling it. But there was a girl who was hitchhiking, and she was dressed up like Jodie Foster from that movie. And the first thing she said in the truck, she said, "I'm just looking for a place with a pool table." Like,
oh my God.
Yeah. And she ended up fucking the drummer's father. We went. It was a long night, but the end of the story. I'm gonna skip all the stuff in between, all the insanity that happened in between. She ended up fucking the guy's 70-year-old father. After I went home and came back the next morning, picked the drummer up to go to the studio, and knocking on the door, and nobody's answered. So I went in, and fucking the bedroom doors open, and the old man's there fucking this girl that we both tried to fuck, and she made it seem like she wanted to get raped on the pool table. She was making every fucking crazy gesture, like fucking playing with herself with the pool stick and all that stuff.
Here's the thing.
And then
Carl's over here having a mini heart attack, and I'm just saying, like, listen, man, this is not an unaverage thing in America. A lot of men and women are into that sort of thing and play in the bedroom. They want to pretend.
Oh, sure, the kink.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably global.
In the U.S., it's super common.
It wasn't like I think this girl was totally psychotic. I mean, totally crazy. Because she was demonstrating. She was on the pool table, writhing and trying to get people to make a move on her. And the minute anybody touched her, she would scream and like, "Oh no!" And that went on for hours and hours with lots of different people. Of course, I was one of the first, but I was one of the first to say, "Fuck this chick, she's crazy." But she ended up going back to the drummer's house. We were doing coke all night in the fucking studio in his basement. And then I finally left around 4 o'clock in the morning. When I came back the next day to pick him up to go to the recording studio, that's when his old man was fucking her.
Fair play to the old man.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, and he had a thing. He was good. Primo was his name. He was a primo guy, but his wife passed when he was in his 50s or something, and then he spent the rest of his life just dogging young girls. Like he could get more than young guys at the time. He wasn't rich. He just had the Kavorka. He was able to.
That wasn't Kavorka that doctor that put people to sleep.
That's Kevorkian. That's Kevorkian.
That man had a baloney roll.
I thought that was the noun verb. That was the verb. That's when you Kevorkian is when you Kavorka someone. That's the verbing of it.
Well, I got it from Kramer. Kramer had the Kavorka. It was with the Orthodox monks or something that told him he had the Kavorka. The woman just wouldn't keep off him. That was the Kavorka for Kramer on Seinfeld.
Sounds like a nickname for his meat thermos that he's carrying around.
Now, the Jamie Dykes Scotland comic is also on No Show Now. right?
All right, we're batting.
Well, he has 10 seconds to show up or be late. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No Jamie Dykes lookalike from Scotland. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm sick of these.
We have Carl.
We upgraded. We dropped.
I may have to bail in 5 minutes.
But yeah. Carl's not he doesn't have the stamina to keep it up for the entire 2.5 hours. Yeah,
that's true.
Now, do you get aroused by Carl's accent, Stephen? Are you
a little bit?
Are you hard? Are you hard?
A lot more than the boring German guy or whatever.
Boring German guy.
Yeah, the guy from the guy that did the I don't know if it was boring. I don't know if it was German or not. I thought he was from the UK. The baker.
Yeah, Carl Baker. He wasn't German.
Whatever.
What the fuck?
His accent left a lot to be desired.
He was from Manchester, England, where Carl is right now. Now Carl's not in Manchester.
His accent doesn't sound as cool as Carl's. So.
Yeah, I haven't heard this guy talk. I don't know if he's got a Manchester accent or not, but Manchester doesn't sound German. But we've got a lot of weird accents in the UK as well.
I don't know why I thought he was German. He didn't sound German at all. He didn't have hardly.
We had the German girl that before him on that show, right? Or the girl from Germany.
That's right. That's right. The hot chick vampire lady.
Yeah. But she didn't really sound German.
No,
every once in a while you got like a hint of German, but not really.
It's all right. She made up for it in other ways.
Yeah, but I think Jamie Dykes would get you high. If we could get Jamie Dykes on the program to test Stephen's erection.
He's not been answering his messages today. He disappears and appears at different times. I'm seeing him next month in person. Again.
What are you doing with that? That's after you go to Brazil. You're going to Brazil and then back, and that's when you're going to get together with Mr. Dykes.
I'll see Jamie at the end of September. Yeah, 2026, something like that.
I'm very disappointed.
How do you manage to travel all these places? I mean,
I told you he's an MI6 guy. He has a secret part of his life.
I can tell you don't spend a lot of money in your wardrobe, so there's some of your money. But where's the rest of the money coming from?
I actually bought this in Brazil, I think, last time I was there. Yeah, well, it's all I spend my money on, really. Obviously, it is literally all I spend my money on, apart from occasionally getting drunk and various things. So,
Carl is an enigma, and he doesn't want people knowing really his true story.
But I feel like if you live over there, though, traveling to those other countries can't be as expensive as having to, cross the Atlantic first.
Well, Brazil is a little.
No, I'm not talking about Brazil. I just mean everywhere around where he travels outside. I mean, yeah, he goes to Brazil and places like that, which is obviously probably crazy expensive. But I just mean like the shit local to him, train ride or something.
Yeah, right? I can get a flight to Amsterdam or somewhere in Germany for fucking less than 100
pounds, euros, dollars.
Pounds, yeah, but it's similar-ish to dollars, but yeah.
Yeah, Europe actually has something called
that's what I'm saying.
What?
Europe has what?
Yeah. Infrastructure.
Yeah, they actually have something called infrastructure.
Get the fuck out of here, Ron! You making that up?
We have a rail network that isn't 4 lines.
What? Y'all making that shit up? This is a fact.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's
Matt, will you please play the disclaimer about opinions expressed on the show being that of the idiots who express them? Because I don't believe what they're talking about. I don't believe it.
Well, it makes sense.
You should try going there.
Outside of going to South America and Africa, like
I think we will go fund me for a one-way ticket for GD to go visit Europe. Now,
where go to Europe too?
Is Germany still the most racist country in Europe, Carl? Or no?
I don't know. No, it'll be some of the Eastern European ones, most likely.
I want to send him somewhere where they'll hate him.
Sweden.
Down the street. Down the street.
Send him to Alabama.
You don't see many non-white people in places like Poland, but I don't think it's not aggressive or anything like that.
There was a thing on Twitter this morning, the most racist town in North America, Harrison, Arkansas.
Sounds it.
And there's one guy out there, a white guy with a Black Lives Matter sign, and all the people are stopping by. You better be gone by the time I get back, boy. But they're claiming this is the most racist town. No, What's going on there? Ooh.
A few years ago, I held a rally in Tawnytown, where I lived, and we called it a Black Life Matter thing. Black Life Matters, because I was the only black there. So just a sign that said Black Life Matters. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, I was the only black in the town.
Huh. Well, that's this show for you today. Thanks for coming, folks.
This show is the only black in the town of the internet.
I don't know why. Oh, because I want to send him to Europe. I just want to send him far away. Maybe Antarctica. They have racists there, right? Maybe we just get him a one-way ticket there.
I actually have a fan base in Antarctica. There's a science center, a science base, one of those research centers, and one of their researchers is a fan of mine. So I actually could go down there and have a fan.
What's his name?
Yes.
What's her name? You see?
Mr. Penguin.
No, he's lying. He made that up. He's lying. Because he did.
I did make it up.
I know.
I mean, let's put it this way. I could possibly have one down there.
No, you couldn't.
No.
You could not.
I just wouldn't know.
First of all, the people who go to Antarctica for research don't have any friends. That's why they go to Antarctica. They are hermits.
I didn't say they were friends. I said they were fans. A fan,
fans.
Not a friend.
Oh, well, they don't fan anything either. They don't like comedy. They don't like music. They don't like art. They like cold.
Well, first of all, thank you for lumping me in there with comedy and art.
I was going to get to stool softener. I just ran out of time.
For lumping me in there with the comedy and the art and music.
What, you got lumps in your stool?
That's all three. You got me in all three of those categories: comedy, art, and music. Thank you.
No, I meant stool softener, lumpy stool.
Christ, did a cow shit in here?
Carl, do you want? Not Carl. What's your name? What's the guy in the middle's name?
Ryan?
John Kane. John Kane, the pianist, keyboardist from Journey, is with us today. Do we have cars? Yeah. Do we have show business? Do we have anything entertaining for people to make this a worthwhile thing, or no?
I got about. I really wanted to fart into the mic before I left, but I might shit myself, so I need to.
That would be good.
Yeah, I do have entertainment stuff.
Now, do you say? Are you saying shit for us, or do you say shite when you're among your own people?
Shit.
Okay.
Shite.
So you're not a shiter. You don't say shite.
It's more sometimes, but it's mainly shit. I think it's more of a Scottish thing.
Is shat past tense of shit?
Shat, yeah. I shat my pants. Shit myself.
Wow.
Either way.
So William Shatner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Before he retired, he was William Shatner.
He blocked me. He's mad at me. Probably because I don't know. I probably would have made fun. He probably knew I would have made fun of his name. I didn't, but I would have.
Rob Schneider blocked me.
Now, did you watch him in his? What was it? That he did a legal show with not Boston Legal. Was it called Boston Legal?
David Spade. Yeah. No, it was Boston Legal. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not David.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did like that. That was 90 years ago.
Yeah.
Carl's got his eye on you. Now, are you shitting now? He's gone.
Oh,
he's shitting now. All right. We do have showbiz? I should hit this button that says showbiz?
Yeah, Ron said he had like 20 minutes of showbiz.
And now, bringing you the latest in entertainment news from Hollywood, New York, and East Bumfuck, Montana. Here's our chief entertainment correspondent, Ron Kane. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showbiz. Showbiz.
All right, then.
Showbiz, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. I left that one up because I know there's some fans out there in the audience that like Jeffrey and Trump together as best friends, BFFs. You know, the younger the better, I think, is probably this.
You know what the top showbiz story is today? I'm happy that these two non-comedians who call themselves comedians didn't show up. That's because I would have been mean to them. Not like and I don't like to be mean, as you guys know. Go ahead, you can take it away.
All right, there we go. There's Showbiz.
That's me. That's supposed to be me with 3 fingers.
It looks like it's Ned Flanders holding up gang signs.
They get the mustache right, but then they give him a toupee.
Yeah, no, and it looks like the bad glue on that toupee, like it's about to scrape off. Like you can see the white part of the head.
Why does the guy? Why does the wheelchair side have a cock and balls for a head?
That's AI.
Matt drew the sign. Look at the Frau, those Frau lines. Matt, my God, you need Botox.
Some women find them sexy.
Yeah, women that don't want your sweat dripping off your forehead into their eyes, so it just drains out to the side. Yeah,
I was just saying some women, maybe not you, but other women.
This fall on NBC, My Two Gay Dads with Matt Napo.
with 3 fingers on one hand and 1 finger on the other hand, and somehow another hand holding the camera.
Yeah,
and another hand holding the sign in the background. It looks like.
Yet they're so supple.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a hand or a foot.
It could be a foot.
A cock. Alien Romulus. I saw this trending on Twitter yesterday. I didn't know what the hell it was.
Yeah, so this is a prequel of the Alien franchise that is opens today in theaters. So that's another big remake, reboot, rearrange that's coming. Early word on the street, though, it's actually not bad. It's pretty good, pretty violent.
So this is after Prometheus, but before what's her name?
Dentist?
No, after Prometheus, but before
Dentist.
No, the woman, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't care enough to really dig into it that much. And I think probably only like real nerds probably care about like, oh, this is the timeline of the Alien. I don't know. Does anyone care about the timeline of the Alien movies?
Well, it makes a difference because the monsters are looking, because they evolved. They had one look in Prometheus and they had another look in Alien.
I just don't know how you guys care about fucking movies. I just don't know. First of all, you don't care about The Godfather, and then you care about these fucking ridiculous CGI.
These are historical documents. The Godfather was fake. There was no such thing as mafia. It was fake.
And honestly, I mean, how dare you dismiss this art form? I spend every day setting up lighting in my bedroom to make the most fantastic, tasteful, realistic couple videos you can make. And you come in here shitting on my art form?
I prefer to call it stool sampling on your art form. Shatting.
Yes. So X-Men X-Men 97. Apparently the guy who wrote the first 2 seasons and was running the show has been let go by Disney. He claims that when he posted some gay pride animations back in June, this is one of the pictures that he posted, and he's claiming that he's been targeted, but Disney is saying, or Marvel is saying, there's allegations against him for bad behavior and things like that.
Bad behavior and things like that is a very vague, I don't know, bad behavior.
And things like that.
And things like
that. I've known lots of people who've done time, serious time for things like that.
But the thing is, they only show the picture of the guy's ball sack. I mean, the cartoon's ball sack in this, this tweet that he put out, and then you just see the dick. Well, I mean, what?
That's what he put out. He's a gay dude, and he's putting crotch pictures out. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Is that wrong? Is that bad? Is that?
Well, they're claiming that it's not the art, and it's the allegations. There are allegations against him. That's all it really says.
Okay.
And also, they object to the fact that he's using the X-Men uniform hot pants without their permission.
Yeah,
is that considered lingerie, by the way?
I think that was called comfort clothing.
Johnny Wachter Who does he look like? He looks like somebody, but I don't know who.
Yeah, this is the General Hospital star that was killed by those robbers. They were stealing a catalytic converter, and they have arrested 4 people in connection with his death. So that's where this currently stands. They have him in custody, and so on and so forth.
He's an actor whose name rhymes with actor.
Actually, his name is short for whack actor, but that's besides the point. That's all.
Or crisis actor, you could say.
Oh, that's fired.
Yeah, I didn't put anything in here about Matthew Perry because it looks like they've arrested 4 or 5 people now in connection with Matthew Perry's death as well. So a lot of arrests made in these murders, as we're going to call them. And
so I just got an actual NBC update, literally as you just started talking about Matthew Perry. If you don't mind me sharing it.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
It just says that he was in a spiraling ketamine addiction, injecting 6 to 8 times a day leading up to his overdose.
So ketamine is physically addictive, like cocaine or like heroin or something?
Yeah. I mean, just like really any drug, realistically, yeah.
Not any drug. LSD isn't physically addicting.
Marijuana is not physically addictive, to my knowledge.
No, but you could mentally convince yourself you need it.
But that's not physically addicting. That's what we're talking about.
I hear what you're saying, but I mean, I'm sure ketamine can be physically addicting. I mean, it's used to sedate.
You're on the stand. Stick to the questions asked to you. Is ketamine physically addicting? You dumb fuck.
You calm yourself down before you have a stroke.
Anyway, let's not. So I don't understand that. Why I can understand like the guy who sold it to him, but Matthew Perry's death was originally, and I think still stands as a overdose, right? Not murder, but they're charging people with murder, or what are they charging people with? What are they charging?
Nothing has really been said about what they're being charged with.
Yeah, they would. They did. Because they've been charged, and they've also have pled not guilty.
To what? What have they been charged with?
I'm not revealing that because I'd be selling my stuff short. I'm putting it in critical joke theory.
Yeah, I'm very.
I guess I can Google it. Hold on.
I'm disappointed in all of you. Yeah. Go to your rooms.
Anyway, moving on. Those two guys are dead. We can't do anything about it. We have to move on.
He's dead. There's nothing we could do to bring him back.
No.
All right. I'm sorry.
No. So this is Ray Gunn, the Australian break dancer. She made some news during the Olympic competition because her moves were so bad and horrific. And now she's come out and said all this hate that she's suffering online is, affecting her and blah, blah, blah. But I think she's coming out okay with it. And she's got some opportunities in front of her. But if you have not seen her dancing, it is horrific.
Now, why do they have dancing in the Olympics?
This was the first time they decided to have break dancing. They had, I guess, like anytime there's an Olympics, there's always a couple new sports that are introduced. So they can kind of like try them out. And you have to do them in 3 Olympics for them to become official.
Wow. So there's no medals at the first time they do it, right? Or there is?
No, there's medals. There's someone that has a gold medal in breakdancing, and I think he may be from Japan or Korea.
I was going to say, I thought it was China or I thought it was
Call me old. I am.
You're old.
I know, but breakdancing. I remember we did a show in 1982. Metallica was there the night before us at the Rio Theater in Valley Stream, Long Island, and there was a breakdancing contest. This is 1982 at the theater the day before, in the daytime before our show that night. And so I haven't seen breakdancing be as breakdancing. This is 2024. This is 42 years later. We're still doing breakdancing. How did I not know?
It never went away.
would have won in the 80s. She would have won in the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
she would have been competitive in the 80s.
But breakdancing will not be in the 2028 Olympics. They're hoping it's going to come back in 2032.
Not hoping. I'm hoping it doesn't ever come back. I hope everybody ends up in this position, stuck. This position we're seeing on the stage. Everybody, not just breakdancers. I hope the entire planet gets stuck like that today.
All right. Moving on, we got here Disney basically just saying we own you. And this story is about there was a family that went to like Disneyland. Where's my, there we go. Yeah. So this guy, Jeffrey Piccolo, is suing Disney for $50,000 after his wife died from a severe allergic reaction after eating at a restaurant in Disney Springs, Florida in October 23. So apparently what happened, she said that she did have a food allergy, and they communicated this, and apparently they still served her something that she was allergic to, and then she had died. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Your wife was worth 50 grand to you? I'm sure she'd be happy to know that that's the dollar amount you put on her life. Listen, if it were my wife, I would go for at least $50 million. Now, I might take a settlement less than that, but I mean, if you're making a statement, this is about your wife dying, and you're saying, "Hey, she was worth about 50 grand." 50 grand?
Yeah, I would have been like you. I would have went for millions.
Yeah.
I would have put every penny I could have gotten, man. There's no way I would have put it. I wouldn't have even put a price tag on it. I would have said everything we can.
I'm pretty sure you have to put some kind of price.
I know the lawyer would have, but I'm saying my directive.
But his lawyer put $50K on it. Like 50 grand. Yeah, I pissed through that. Like I pissed through 50 grand like it's nothing. There goes 50 grand right there. You know what I mean?
Now that's only one part of the story. This is where the story gets better. So this is currently this is currently in court. But Disney is making the case that he cannot sue because when the man signed up for Disney Plus in 2019, he activated a 1-month free trial. And Disney says that because he did that, he cannot sue because in the language of
it says if we kill your wife, it's cool.
Yes, they're saying because he signed up for a 1-month free subscription of Disney Plus, he waived his rights, and also when they bought tickets to the park, they waived their rights to sue.
Wow.
But they can take it to arbitration, but they can't sue. And I think they have to take it to, is it like this, the same district that Eileen Cannon is the judge.
Well, this one is a fight, especially since they're saying, you signed up for Disney Plus for a 1-month free trial, so that waives all your legal rights. Go fuck yourself.
Well, that's wild. Now, conversely, Six Flags has a special deal where that you can sign up exclusively for the "We'll Kill Your Wife" thing for $15 a month.
No, they bring back.
I'm in. Let's go.
No, they bring back the dancing guy so he can watch you fuck your wife at night.
And then you're just
make her come.
You can't even sue because you blow your own brains out at the end of the whole thing. It's just horrible. Go to Six Flags, not a sponsor.
All right, not a sponsor.
But they should be a sponsor. I think that's a great ad we just did for them.
I know.
I agree. I'd pay
Come
for
to
that.
Six Flags, and this fucking freak will watch you and your wife fuck it.
So Matt, hit B, and then make sure you send this clip to the people in charge of advertising at Six Flags and Busch Gardens and King's Dominion.
Yeah. So here, why don't you zuck off? Mark Zuckerberg bought he had a 7-foot sculpture made of his wife for their backyard. And he posted the pictures yesterday. And as you can see, the statue is right there.
See the coffee with the dog fan.
Why does he have the statue drinking coffee?
It must be nice to have this kind of fuck you money that you can just be like, I love my wife so much. Here's a statue. Fucking dumb.
A statue that makes her look terrible, by the way. I mean, can't see what a real face looks like because it's hidden by a cup. But
yeah, the robe, terrible. I have better robes than that.
And whatever that crap is, like she's holding a dinosaur. What the fuck is that? Like a dinosaur skeleton or something?
She kind of looks like he kind of looks like he's turned her into Lady Ecstasy.
Yeah, Zuck's a fucked up dude. They were all fucked up dudes. I think
Mark Zuckerberg's a robot.
Money, the money will affect your brain. There's like something in billion-dollar bills. You ever have a $1 billion bill? It's something in when your bank account reaches a certain spot that your brain starts to deteriorate and you do shit like this. But he's a fucked up dude. When is he going to fight Musk? That's what I'm looking for.
That's never going to happen. That's not because Musk is just all talk. And so
there's two types of billionaires though. Cause like, look, you have what Mark Zuckerberg does, right? But then you have someone like Elon Musk who says, man, I'm bored. We should make a publicly available flamethrower.
Now, on the other hand, you have Mark Cuban who says, I'm a billionaire and I'm going to make drugs cheaper for as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Or you can be another billionaire and you can have dwarfs do complex physics problems for you on a chalkboard.
That's what I would do, personally. I would do.
Yeah.
Be that Nobel Prize.
Yeah. Or you could be a billionaire like Warren Buffett. And put his money out for all people to have.
Oh, fuck.
And there's your picture for the weekend.
That Epstein Island?
Yeah,
trying to make out what the fuck I'm looking at. I really can't.
I was trying. It wouldn't let me put. I was like 2 men drinking out of a urinal, but it wouldn't let me use the word urinal.
AI's got some funky rules to it.
What? You didn't say urinal. Could you say they-anal?
Yeah.
Hymenal?
Are urinals somehow taboo in the world? I mean,
are we not supposed to use them anymore?
Yeah. I guess you're not supposed to drink out of them.
That's stupid.
What if you are designing? Well, what if you're using AI to help design a new men's room? And urinals are part of it. They won't cooperate. Like, that's just
it might
bridge
understand
too
the
far.
context.
We're not going to urinal.
Maybe it understands the context you're using it in. Because if you say design a room with the urinal on the wall, it would be like, sure. But as soon as you say let's do lines of coke off a urinal, it's like, no.
So Ron, since you couldn't use the word urinal, what word did you substitute for it?
So the prompt that I use is 2 men on an island drinking out of a head. And this is what it came up with.
Drinking out of a head.
Okay, so this looks like the album cover that you might find in the cut section of the record store, where they're $1 each and they just cut the corner so you can't return it for.
Remember the
price.
band, the Presidents of the United States of America?
Yeah.
Peaches for everyone, peaches for free. That's who they look like. They look like
millions of peaches.
That also could be a Pink Floyd album cover, actually.
It almost looks like a Sublime album cover. I don't know why. I just get a real Sublime feeling.
Or
maybe
if it was
a Sublime cover, wouldn't they be like snorting the coke off the island?
All right. Let's do
that's
this.
Showbiz, everybody. It's Friday, TGIMFF. So go ahead and enjoy it.
Let's do this. Let me look at Govs. I think Rich Voss is there tonight because I have to say goodbye to Govs. I think I have been the problem for Govs when they have issues. We can't go live. It's because this stupid fucking waste of a time show called Coffee with the Dog is just stepping all over them.
Bunch of jerks.
What you could do, Matt, to make up for it is to let them go at 10:30. Just release them at 10:30, and that way, over time, you'll make up for the time that you run over.
No, they don't go. They don't go live till 11 anyway.
But
so there'd be nothing there. It'd be an empty network. That wouldn't help them.
Yeah, because you'd be giving back the time that you've taken from them.
But they're not using that time.
But that's their fault. If you give them the time and you don't use it, that's their fault. That's not yours. You're giving them time. You're making
Rich Voss tonight in the main room over in Levittown. Tonight and tomorrow night, they're calling it a special event. I think that means Steven will be there.
Which night am I supposed to be at Govs? Because I didn't get a memo. I didn't get a memo. So
I'm looking. It's deep in the future. Let's see. 2025, 26, 27, 2030, 2040,
I'm supposed to be opening for some guy named Willie C.
Here it is. June 1st, 2054.
Okay.
When you.
So. All right, I got it. I wrote that down because I'm opening for Willie C that night, I think.
What, you a hater? Why you got to bring up Willie?
I didn't. You did when you brought up the fact that I was supposed to be opening for him.
I didn't bring that up. You did.
Well, I just know I was supposed to.
Oh,
I'd love to go. I'd love to go work Govs. Let's go.
We're gonna get Tom Cotter on the program. I'm gonna write that down. Write that down. Did you write that down? Tom Cotter. He's gonna be there October 11th. I will get him for that. Tom Green's coming back in September 21st. That's my that's awesome. My wedding anniversary. He's got a special event there. Tom Green. I'm not going to get Tom Green. Tom Green is not going to be on the program. I'd like to get Tom Green. And Louis J. Gomez. They don't put the J on Gov's headline there. Just have Louis Gomez. They don't have the J. I think he's going to be upset about that. I should let him know. I did ask him to be on the program. Haven't heard back from him, and don't expect to. So, anyway, so that's it with Govs. We're saying bye to Govs. You guys wave bye to Govs. Wave bye to Govs.